a white V-neck tee, and a flannel work shirt. He was a brick mason, so I guess he wasn't trying to look cool. He was simply dressing out of function.
These days, it's pretty easy for a guy to get overwhelmed when it comes to shopping. Too many choices, too many trends, too many products coming from countries we've never even heard of. We've created Buck Mason to provide high-quality, American-made clothing at an accessible price point. We focus on the basics, like the perfect t-shirt, the quintessential blue jean, and the classic Oxford shirt.
On our website, we show our customers how our products are being made and who's actually making them. We call this American-made price transparency.
At Buck Mason, we're ignoring fashion trends. It's not about standing out or fitting in, it's about taste. And listen, we're not your ordinary fashion designers. We're two Midwestern guys obsessed with reclaiming American quality. Sharks, who wants to help us build the next great American clothing brand?
Can we see some of the clothes?
Of course. Yeah, Sasha's gonna hand you some.
Thank you.
Yeah, save my size for me. Get my 28-inch waist.
Oh, this feels nice.
So,
Thank you.
Eric, walk me through how I buy it. Where do I get them?
Sure. We sell our products direct to consumer online through the Buck Mason website.
There's two ways to purchase product. One is the individual single items, which, as you can see, are really wearable.
They're cool now, they'll be cool 50 years from now.
There is another way that we sell merchandise on the site, and that's through curated packages. So what we do is we put together 3 to 6 pieces that you cannot mess up. The reason why it would work for you is because it's for guys that are just busy. You know, guys that don't have time to shop.
Or guys that have no fashion sense. And what do you charge for a pair of jeans?
So those jeans are $135.
$135 is not cheap for a pair of jeans.
The $135 is a great value for the product that we're actually making. For American made, we're about as competitive as you can get for the price.
Okay, and what about the shirts?
The t-shirts are $24, button-down shirts are $88.
Sasha, what are your sales so far?
Our sales are $300,000,
In what time period?
8 months.
8 months.
What did you do for a living before you did this?
I've spent 15 years in the apparel business.
And I come from a totally opposite end of the spectrum. I come from a more tech media side. Prior to starting Buck Mason with Eric, I created an interactive content platform called This Built America, profiling companies that are reimagining American manufacturing.
Oh, that's cool.
And it did nothing but inspire me to be completely passionate about what's happening.
If I become a customer and I buy, let's say, a shirt and jeans, I like it, how many more times in a year do I buy? What's the lifetime value of one of these guys?
Well, 38% of our customers are repeat in the last 8 months.
It's good.
And of that 38, 10% have purchased more than 3 times.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So
Pretty good.
you got guys buying a white t-shirt, testing us out, realizing they like it, coming back and buying 5 more at a time. And that's how guys shop.
What matters is brand, and I understand what you're trying to do. Buck Mason is an American, heartfelt brand, and you're going to pick a price point where you think your customer acquisition cost online is going to be less than their lifetime value. That's what this business model is. Because I don't hear a retail rollout strategy. I don't hear you putting up retail stores in Soho.
He's partially right.
We've been very successful today with acquiring customers at very little to absolutely no cost. And we've been doing it through both our social and PR channels. We've had a lot of success through social. It's been a valuable tool for us.
So give us your metrics on social.
Instagram's been very helpful. We have an influencer program, okay? We identify people that we relate to very well on Instagram. They have very high amount of followers. Most of them are photographers, and the reason why we focus on them and not specifically putting a lot of effort into fashion bloggers is because more or less we're an anti-fashion brand. Like, we're focusing on the basics and the classics. We're not following trends. And our customer is following these photographers, not the fashion blogs. They're not GQ
And what
guys.
are you doing for these photographers? Are you giving them affiliate money?
Yeah,
it's a lot of gifting.
Is your vision to take the $200,000 and accelerate the existing business model, or are you going to expand into retail or go into wholesale?
Primarily online.
So you're going to
direct
stay with this
consumer
business
online.
model?
How much have you guys invested?
Sasha and I are the only investors. We've invested $10,000.
Can you do $500,000 this year? Is that what you figured?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are you going to make on that after you pay yourself something?
We just started paying ourselves. We think that we'll make about probably about $35,000 on that.
Ooh.
Guys, I think what you're doing is great, but I just don't want to be in the clothing business. It's that simple. I'll be a customer. It's just not a fit for me, and for those reasons, I'm out.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it looks great, and I love the Made America story. But I think if you were farther ahead, farther down the road, I'm not sure how much I could add to the mix of knowing what's really right to hit guys in the heart of what they want to wear. So for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, look, guys, incredible that you got to this point with $10,000. That's remarkable.
Thank you.
But I just don't understand how customers are finding you.
Yeah.
And for me, as an online company, that's the struggle. I'm out.
Appreciate it, Rob. Thank you.
You know, guys, basically companies in clothing trade at around 4 times their cash flow, and they're much larger than you are. So you need to be making somewhere between $600,000 and $750,000 after tax to get a valuation of $2.5 million. And you've come in and been very aggressive in terms of your valuation here. And it's not clear what you're worth yet. It's a concept. It's starting to show some traction. I love the branding. I really do. But to get $200,000 out of somebody, I think you're going to have to part with half the company.
I think what you're investing in here is, you know, the vision and the talent on board.
Come on, guys. If you've been in the business this long, you know that this valuation is somewhat crazy. $2.5 million, you're putting a value on what you think you're going to do in the future, I guess. That's the value of it. But my daddy didn't have 2 crystal balls, so I can't see in the future, right? This is way too costly for me, because this is my industry. I'm out.
So there's
Thank you,
one
Dad.
shark left.
Wow, the most fashionable sharks left. Kevin?
I don't know what to do here. I'm not sure what you're worth right now. You're worth a partnership and the beginning of a brand that no one's heard of until today. So the only way I can do this deal is I'll give you $200,000. I want 50%. And even that's generous. There's no other way to do it because you're so far from making money. I mean, how are you guys even eating?
That's why they make skinny jeans.
Eric Airbnbs his place and crashes on my couch sometimes.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, that is a startup. You are governed by gravity.
Is that your offer?
It is
No,
my only
you
offer.
guys-
I'll give you $200,000 for 50%. I'll help get your word out. I'm probably, obviously, going to be one of your customers because I like what you do.
I don't know if that's going to be helpful.
I think it is. I'm very fashion forward. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's the only offer you're going to get because everybody else is out.
You know, this is something that we have scraped and clawed to do, and we're building it brick by brick. And, you know, for us to give up more than 15% equity in the company at this stage of the game is not something we'd be interested in.
Do you understand what gravity's done to you here today in the Shark Tank? Looking at the dollars you generate from it in a commodity business, there's no way to give you that value.
Let's stick to your guns, guys.
I mean,
there
Mark,
should be no desperation.
Do you
of
think
what
I'm being
do.
unfair?
Look,
Do you think I'm being
Yes, you're being
Why
unfair.
don't you counter him?
We would like to counteroffer you with $200,000 for 15% plus a $100,000 line of credit. Credit would only go-
15%?
Yes.
15%?
They
For
changed the offer.
200,000?
200,000.
Plus a $100,000 line of credit specifically for inventory.
They'll throw in a lifetime supply of free clothes.
You get a lifetime supply of free clothing.
I can buy a lot of jeans for $200,000.
What do you think?
You know, guys, I provide factoring for all my companies. When you have real sales and it's working, it's not hard to finance that. I don't even worry about that. I'm still stuck with how I ever get my money back. Under the model you just gave me, you're going to have to make $2 million after tax.
Kevin, all you got to do is go door to door, sell some jeans, and
Yeah.
at their margins, it won't take you long.
Guys, look, it's the first.
Eric, I'll give you the $200,000 plus a $100,000 line of credit for 25%.
Now it gets
And now
interesting.
it gets interesting.
Yeah, I'm not going to compete with that. I wouldn't even do that deal. So, guys, if you don't want my original offer, I'm out. And clearly you don't. Deal with that.
Yeah, I'll go down to 25% from Kevin's. I think you're going to make it. I don't know if I see the huge future vision. You got to take me out for a beer and explain how we're getting customers, but I think you're going to make it.
Would you consider?
I wouldn't consider anything
Guys,
below
you're
that.
so far from. You need $800,000 of free cash to get anywhere near even
Yeah,
that.
I'm not-
Look at it this way,
trying to put
guys.
you
And
over a barrel.
look, Robert's a great partner, and I'm going to sell you on Robert and why you should do this deal. You're going to be able to turn your inventory from that cash so many times and create so much more value with that cash, you'll swamp the 10% delta.
That is a hell of a deal. That is a hell of a deal with what you're at today. You make no money. You're Airbnb-ing your house.
Let him answer.
Robert, we're huge fans, and we appreciate your offer.
It's the right offer, Eric.
At this point,
It's the right offer. Don't make a mistake.
because we believe.
Guys, you're
and
overvaluing the
because
equity.
we-
Sometimes cash
Yeah.
is more
Oh,
valuable than
really?
equity.
Let the man
Look,
speak.
guys, I am all about owning the equity as long as you can. But some businesses require cash up front. $300,000 is going to get you inventory. You're going to turn it over. You're going to get to the next step.
Stop and think for a minute. If you're going to walk out of here and you're going to say to yourself, wish I had said yes.
Robert, we know that we're going to get there For us, it's a matter of when, and for us
how
to
quickly?
give up that much equity
You mean
at this stage of
Overvaluing the
the
equity, guys.
is not in our interest. We could do the same deal for 17%.
Now, guys, now we're getting into the realm of silly. An 8% delta on something this new, it just doesn't make sense. This is real investment by you guys and what you've built so far. $200,000, 25%, $100,000 line of credit. We'll get there quickly together.
Thank you so much for your offer, Robert. We have to decline. Thank you so much.
Congrats, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
We're trying to build something that we could give to our children. Giving up 25%, 10 months into the life of our company, is not in the best interest of the long haul.
I really think that was the right offer for them.
Welcome to my world, the world of designers.
Oh, come on.
No clue.